Hey guys, Mohawk's back with another Pokemon Black and White 5th Gen OU Wi-Fi battle, and I have to say one thing, I'm back in OU and it feels awesome. So let's just get this match started. Alright, so my opponent starts off with his Mienshao, and I start off with my supposedly Life Orb Scizor. So now my opponent goes for the Fake Out, as expected, and my Scizor takes it like a boss, as expected. So now I make one of the worst plays in the history of competitive battling. I send out Latios when my opponent goes for the U-turn. So now I'm at a really bad position here because I'm already losing, and my opponent sends out this Chandelure. So I'm like, it's Choice Scarf, right? So let's just switch into Scizor to take the Shadow Ball. But my opponent actually goes for the Substitute, and I'm like, damn it! I'm off to a very bad start here, and basically I just lost one of my guys due to being careless and, not paying attention. So now my opponent's leading 6-5, and I send out Dragonite, which is all good because it's Choice Band Adamant, and I go with Earthquake to break its sub like 10 times, and then that Chandelure goes for the Pain Split, and I'm just like, whoa, because I've never actually seen Chandelures do that before, and I kill that Chandelure with an Earthquake, and I also get a useless crit. So out comes this Electivire, and I switch out and I send out my free hugs to take the Ice Punch very nicely, and now I go with the Stealth Rocks because I know this Electivire can't do anything to my Bronzong. So out comes this Ferrothorn, and I'm like, yes, because now it's time to set up with my Volcarona. So now I send out my Volcarona, thinking my opponent will go for the Stealth Rocks, but he actually goes for the Leech Seed. And I'm like, dude, you're not meant to do that when I have a Volcarona in my team, you're meant to go for Stealth Rocks. So now that Ferrothorn goes for Protect, big mistake because I go with Quiver Dance, and now my opponent gets some of that Leech Seed damage on my Volcarona, but no worries, I had that Quiver Dance. So out comes this Vaporeon, and I go with Fiery Dance, and I'm like, whoa, I did not expect that, because that Vaporeon coming out totally blew me away, because I did not see that Vaporeon in the team preview. So the good thing is I actually got that +1 from Fiery Dance, and now I can actually one-shot that Vaporeon with Bug Buzz from that range. So down that goes, and out comes Mienshao, and I will have to switch out now cause of Fake Out, and I send out Scizor, who takes it like a boss yet again. So now I go with the Swords Dance, and here I realize that my Scizor is actually Choice Banded and not Life Orbed. And at that point I was just face palming myself like 10 times. So as I said, I go with the Sword Stance, and I would have stayed in and gone for the Bullet Punch regardless on that Hydreigon, just to do a lot of damage to it. But here I will have to switch out now, and I left my Volcarona as fodder for that Fire Blast, but that Fire Blast missed. So out comes this Ferrothorn, go with the Bug Buzz, thinking that Swarm has activated around about this time now. So now my opponent actually goes for the Protect, and I'm like, no worries, I can still hit it with a couple of Bug Buzzes, so it doesn't matter. And I go for the Bug Buzz again, and that Ferrothorn somehow manages to survive. So then that Ferrothorn actually kills my Volcarona with a Gyro Ball, and I'm like, great, because now I actually have my Kinkeldar. So my Kinkeldar is actually a Flame Orb Kinkeldar instead of a Bulk Up, which is the regular Kinkeldar set, but regardless, this Kinkeldar is awesome. I go with the Mark Punch, smack that Ferrothorn in the face, down that goes, and out comes this Mienshao. So now I know the Fake Out's coming, so why not send out Scizor once more to take it like a boss yet again. So my Scizor takes that Fake Out really well, and that Mienshao for once stays in and goes for the Stone Edge. So now I go with the Bug Bite, smack that Mienshao in the face even though it's not very effective, and kill it. So out comes this Electivire, and I just stay in, just to see what move it's gonna go for. And my Scizor dies from that Earthquake, but it's okay because I've got the Kinkeldra. So now I go with the Mach Punch, and unfortunately the Electivire survives, but this is my max HP, max attack Kinkeldra, and I survive that Earthquake, and I go with another Mach Punch, and I kill that Electivire. So now out comes my opponent's last poke, this Hydreigon, and I go with the Mach Punch, and guess what? I insta-kill that Hydreigon. So that is the match, and hopefully you did enjoy this narration and this battle, and if you do, hopefully you can check out my channel and rate, comment, and subscribe. Later, guys.